And good afternoon and welcome to Bullard, Texas. And it's home sweet home for the Tyler Apaches softballers as they get ready to play, I think for the first time. Have they played out here yet? Played some games, number of games out at White House, but I'm not sure that they've played too many games here yet.
Not too many.
Okay. Well, it's been a while anyways. It seems like forever. And, of course, today's conference opener between the Tyler Apaches and the Angelina Roadrunners, Dr. John Groth with Charles Johnson. And I did get a chance to catch up with both head coaches, both in their first season as the head person. Eric Henderson has taken over for the Apaches, and it's Josh Barnes in his first year with the Angelina Lady Roadrunners. Had a good discussion with Josh down in the Angelina dugout. Let's hear what he had to say just a few minutes ago.
All right, we're outside the Angelina Lady Roadrunner dugout. We're with first-year head coach Josh Barnes. First thing I want to ask you about is your journey in the game and how it ended up being the head coach at Angelina.
Well, you know, it's kind of crazy. I started out of college, and I played baseball in Kansas at the University of St. Mary, and grew up there. Never really been more than 14 days in a row out of Leavenworth County, Kansas.
Okay.
And became a fifth-grade teacher. Did that for about 5 years, and then decided I wanted to get in college athletics. And got the head coaching job in McCook, Nebraska, which is up in Region 9, out in the middle of nowhere. You know, where old coach here, Coach Wynn, was from, up in Region 9.
Yeah.
And then, you know, ended up here in August. So glad
well,
to be here.
I want to ask you specifically about the transition from baseball to softball, and how you ended up going in that direction.
You know, honestly, softball's way more fun. It's fast-paced. You know, baseball, you take forever to get anything done. And really what it was just my teaching, my background in teaching, and the bond that I had with the older, mature fifth graders, and then girls are way more mature than boys. They're smarter than boys too, and so that's, you know, kind of the route I wanted to go. You know, really, honestly, I just like coaching, I like teaching, I like doing that, and it didn't matter if it was ping pong. It could have been anything. But
these ladies are just competitive as the guys, for sure.
100%. I mean, if not even more. And so, you know, they care about you. The bond's stronger, especially when they like you. If they don't like you, you know where you stand pretty quick. But they're definitely a good bunch and more loyal. So I enjoy it.
Well, you landed in a very competitive part of the country for softball at the NJCAA level. So guys have had a really nice start so far, but today, you know, it doesn't matter. You know, Tyler's ranked number 5, but that doesn't matter. Everyone's 0-0 today, right?
Yeah, you know, our conference is tough, especially Region 14 East or North, whatever East. There's one team ranked and 2 others receiving votes, and there's only 4 playoff spots out of 8. And so, you know, every week matters, every games matter, and you got to win the ones you can, compete in the ones that you might not get, and you win more than you lose, right?
Well, do you feel like so far you've developed some roles? I know that Sarah and a lot have had good starts for you on the offensive side, and of course Kaylee's going to start, I think, game 1. I've seen the lineup already. Do you feel like your pitching, your offense, your defense is where you want it to be as you go into conference play?
You know, we always want to be better. You always want to be better as a coach. But honestly, like, our biggest thing is we try to be who we are. We're not trying to be somebody else. You know, as pitchers, we're going to go in there and compete. We had to learn how to compete a little bit.
Okay.
That doesn't necessarily mean that your stuff's going to get them out. Sometimes you're going to let the hitter get themselves out by putting the right pitch at the right time, not the perfect pitch. Hitting-wise, we stick in our philosophy. If you're a person that's supposed to lift the ball a little bit, we do that. If you're one that's got to hit a ground ball up the middle and get on, we do it. And so that's really what we focus on. The girls kind of bought it. And, you know, we had a tough start to our season. We lost our first game to a team that's had a pretty good year so far, but still we thought we should have got that one, and then we tied a team that we beat later on, and so we kind of had an eye-opener, and the girls were trying to do too much. They were trying to be, you know, not stay within themselves, and that's stuff that we talk about all the time. Just stay within yourself.
Well, you've had some close games, but you've also had some offensive outbursts, and so how would you characterize this team as you look at a Tyler team that's pretty stout themselves offensively?
Yeah, you know, we like to think we're pretty good offensively, but really it's just when we get on a roll, we get on a roll, and that's the thing is we got to get on a roll because sometimes we haven't.
String those hits together, it's contagious, isn't it?
Yeah, it really is, and honestly, the girls, that's what they do well. They're very contagious with that. If we come out and compete and go in there, we can win some close ones. We've lost some close ones. We've competed against good teams. You know, I felt we had a really tough non-conference schedule.
Yeah.
Played a lot of winning teams. For sure.
Well, it's a gauntlet, and it starts today. I'm looking forward to calling a bunch of the games. You get to play home and home against everybody, and that's kind of the cool thing. Today you do start out on the road, And honestly, for them, this is their first time to play here.
Yeah.
We've been playing a lot of softball. I've called a lot of games, out at White House High School, so I know they're going to be ramped up. We're working on getting a field on campus. Okay,
Gotcha.
maybe a couple years down the road, they'll actually get to play on the Tyler Junior College campus. But for now, Schwab Field's a good place to call home. I look forward to calling this game. Josh, thanks for taking a moment to talk to me.
Thanks so much. Appreciate it.
All right, appreciate Josh Barnes taking a few minutes to talk to me. Let's hear what Coach Eric Henderson had to say a few minutes ago about the Apaches' start here in this season.
All right, we're out here in the outfield with Eric Henderson. I can smell the sunscreen. That's a good smell.
Yes, it is. My wife gets
We're not
mad
at the
me.
beach, but
I
man,
know.
the sun is out. It's the warmest weather we've had all spring. So, and home sweet home, right?
It's finally good to be back at Brook Hill.
These girls, there's got to be a comfort level with this ballpark for your returning players. For
Yes,
sure.
yes. I mean, there is. I mean, they love playing here. It's just hard with the rain going back and forth. So hopefully we can stay here.
It looks awesome. I know you
Yes.
guys have been working on it. So we're looking forward to having a great day to play a couple of games. Now, off to a great start, 19-3, ranked number 5 in the country. That's awesome. But the truth of the matter is, you wipe that away today, don't you? Everybody's 0-0 today.
everybody-
in the Region 14 East.
Yeah, conference starts today. What a better opponent to start off with Angelina. I mean, they're national runner-up last year. We did really well against them last year. They just got hot at the right time. They've got a few returners from last year, so we try not to take any team lightly. Conference just a different animal. No matter your record coming in, anybody can get beat on any day. So
they've had some good wins, and they've got an offense that can be explosive at times.
Yes, they can. Just like last year, they like to swing it. Their strikeout numbers are up, which just was like last year. I mean, they tend to try to hit the ball out of the park, and if they don't, it's feast or famine for them.
Right.
The way I've been looking at their stats. So.
Want to ask you about one person, and you've got a lot. You got 6 girls over 400, which is amazing offensively. But to me, as I look at what I was just studying that stat sheet a little bit last night, and something stuck out to me. Jasmine Dodd. She does a little bit of everything.
Yeah, she does. I mean, she's a tough leadoff hitter to really scout for. I mean, she can run. She can
home
slap.
runs.
Yes, and that's the thing. She can hit for power.
I mean,
I think she's
handle that?
Well, I think she she had 10 home runs last year, and she's already there now. I told her the other day, whatever you're doing, whatever your pregame routine is, keep it up, please.
She's leading in walks. She's got 18 walks, 36 runs scored, 31 hits, a second on the club. Almost 600 on base percentage. That is awesome for you as the navigator of your offensive, your program, is to have that leadoff hitter 6 out of 10 times. She's pretty much setting the table for you.
She's been having a great year. She started off a little slow, but the last 2 weeks, I mean, it's come together for her. We made a few, not really tweaks. She's starting to let the ball get a little deeper in the zone. But ever since she started doing that, she's been
4
not
out
missing.
of, what was it, 4 out of 5 games she's got a home run.
Yes,
I mean,
yes.
the other day we had called it the Angelina, or not the Angelina, but the Sanjak doubleheader, and then the Blinn games.
Yes.
And she homered in
3 out of 4 of
Three
those
out
games.
of 4 of those games.
Yes, I mean it's unreal. I mean, you could start the game off going 1-0, getting a run really quick with
That's the tone
Jazz.
for the rest of your girls.
Yes, and that's the thing. You have some teams that put their fastest runner, slapper, or not very good hitter, lead off. But we've got. I mean, she can do it all. Yes, yeah. She can run, slap, bunt, hit for power. I mean, I don't know how you scout for her, honestly.
Well, you got Dakota starting here in the circle.
Yes.
Talk about her a little bit as we get going in conference.
Yes, last year in conference she did great. I mean, as a freshman, I have full confidence in her to get us off to a good start here in conference, and then I'll probably go with Hannah Frank game too.
Okay.
She's been great for us this year, 7-0, keeps the ball down and just keeps the hitters off balance. So.
Well, congrats on the great start, Eric.
Thank you.
And boy, we wish you all the best as you go into Region 14 East play. This is a big day for everybody.
Yes.
And I know as a coach, you're cautiously optimistic. You've had an outstanding start, but you want these girls to continue this trend.
Oh yeah, continue it. I've told them set the tone for conference, make other teams fear you. So that's our goal.
Well, thanks for taking a few minutes. Hope today goes well.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, a big thank you to both Coach Eric Henderson and Josh Barnes. Give me some time on the pregame time, and we're about ready to play softball here. We'll get you the lineups as we get through this first inning. Dr. Charles Johnson by my side here. We are underway. First pitch. We're early. 12:56. Glad we don't have any sponsors. We'd be in trouble.
That's a good omen, Coach.
0-1 on the leadoff hitter, and that pitch is going to miss. This is Jada Carter leading it off for the Angelina Lady Roadrunners, 14-8 on the year, 14-8-1 actually. They're led by first-year head coach Josh Barnes. 1-1 pitch in there, and it's 1-2. Jada Carter leads off in left. Kaylee Ancelot will bat second at third base. The designated player is Sarah Mays. She'll bat third. Annalise Guest is the center fielder. She'll bat cleanup for the Lady Roadrunners. Pop up left side. Is it going to be caught in just out of the reach of the third baseman Brecklin Dennis and falls foul? So count will remain 1-2. Batting fifth is the first baseman Alexa Von Gontard. Batting sixth, the catcher Michaela Roger. Batting seventh, the right fielder Savannah Robertson. Batting eighth, Andrea Rodriguez, the second baseman. And batting ninth for the Lady Roadrunners, Caitlin Odom, the shortstop. Next pitch just got a piece of it, did Jada Carter. Staying alive at 1 ball, 2 strikes. In the circle for the Lady Roadrunners is Kaylee Birdall.
Last year, the Roadrunner team was heavily stocked with sophomores. This year, there are
Swing and a miss, got her.
11 freshmen and 5 sophomores on Coach Barnes' team.
So Carter, a strikeout victim. 1 up, 1 down. There's Kaylee Ancelot, the third baseman, stepping in for the first time against Dakota Stoughton. Defensively for the Apaches, Jasmine Dodd in left, Angela Smith in center, Malaya Alvaro in right, Brecklin Dennis at third, Kendall Hernandez at short, Riley Burke at second. First pitch is high, ball 1. Bailey Krolchek at first, Destiny Dixon behind the plate. In the circle, the sophomore from Bennett, Colorado, Dakota Stoughton. And for Dakota, her 11th appearance of the year, all of them as a starter. Little looper into center and caught out there in center field by Tangela Smith for out number 2.
Now batting with 2 outs, number 25, Sarah Mays.
Dakota, in her 10 starts, she does have 2 complete games, 1 shutout, 5-2 with a 3.68 ERA, 45 2/3 innings pitched, 40 strikeouts, almost 1 per inning, and 21 walks. Ball's hit to center as well, but plenty of room out there for Tangela Smith, and it's a 1-2-3 first inning for Dakota Stoughton. We'll keep it right here and walk you through the Apache lineup as we go to the bottom half of inning number 1. We're still scoreless. Here's the lineup that first-year head coach Eric Henderson has put down for the Apaches. They come in 19-3, ranked number 5 in the country. Here's his lineup. Leading off is the left fielder, Jasmine Dodd. We had a good chat about Jasmine on the pregame show and what kind of year she's having. Almost getting on base almost 600% of the time, or on-base percentage of .573, which is pretty amazing. So she'll lead off. Brecklin Dennis. Brecklin Dennis will bat second and play third base. Tangela Smith is playing center field. She'll bat third. Malaya Alvaro is the cleanup hitter. She'll bat cleanup and play right field. The first baseman is Bailey Krolchek, batting fifth. Batting sixth is the designated player, Jody DeHart. Batting seventh, the shortstop, Kendall Hernandez. Batting eighth is the second baseman, Riley Burke. Batting ninth for the Apaches, catcher, Destiny Dixon. Defensively for the Angelina Lady Roadrunners, Jada Carter in left, Anna Elise Guest in center, Savannah Robertson in right, Kaylee Ancelot at third, Caitlin Odom at short, Andrea Rodriguez at second, Alexa Von Gontard at first, Michaela Roger behind the plate, and in the circle, the freshman from Utley, Texas, an Elgin High School product, Kaylee Birdall. Kaylee Birdall is 5-4 on the year with a 4.20 ERA, 61 2/3 innings, 31 strikeouts, 20 walks. Opposing hitters hitting .332 off the freshman from Utley, Texas, Kaylee Birdall. Her 13th appearance of the year, her 11th start. She does have 6 complete games and 1 shutout to her credit. Angelina wearing their royal blue uniforms, tops and bottoms with the white sleeves. Got the orange Angelina across the front and the white visors. Got the blue and orange socks going with the white shoes. First pitch, going to miss low. Ball 1. This is Jasmine Dodd for the first time today. Apache's wearing their white tops, black pants with the black stirrups. Got the white and gold stripes on them. Black batting helmets. That's in their first strike. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Jazz leads the team in home runs with 10 and has 25 RBIs. The last doubleheader the Apaches played, she went 5 out of 8 with 3 doubles and a home run. So she's been on a hot streak, as you mentioned in the pregame.
Yeah, she's not only hot, but hot with power. And she's getting hit by a pitch. She'll get on base. That will add to her .573 on base average. As she'll waddle down to first base.
With runner first and no outs. Number 2, Brecklin Dennis.
Nobody likes to get hit with the ball. She looks like she's going to be okay down there. And here is Brecklin Dennis. First time for Brecklin.
Last time we saw Brecklin, she hit for the cycle, Coach.
Pretty impressive.
Very impressive, wasn't it?
She's my hero. I played a lot of baseball, and I never got to hit for the. I got close, but I never did get the cycle. First pitch is outside, ball 1. Had a game where I had the 3 hard ones the first 3 times up, home run, double, triple. I needed a single.
A single. She needed a triple the other day.
I know, and she got it. So impressive. She was a triple machine last weekend at White House. And that one game, the home run she got was a grand slam. So quite a day for Brecklin. She's had quite a year. 1 ball, 1 strike, the pitch. Line shot, look out. Angelina in that first base dugout. And the Apaches in the third base dugout here.
Brecklin comes into this game hitting .388 and has 6 triples, to her credit.
Yeah. She's got good speed, and she's got some pop in that bat as well. 1-2 pitch. And it's high and away. 2 balls, 2 strikes. We're at Schwab Field on the campus of the Brook Hill School. Pete Mandoli to my right. He's going to run the scoreboard for us and keep us on our P's and Q's in here. Derek Talcott on the PA. Always does a great job for the softballers. 2-2 pitch. Look out. That is drilled. That's over by the baseball field. She got way in front of that ball. We got a beautiful hitting facility here at Brook Hill between the baseball and softball fields, covered and almost enclosed. You'd almost say it was enclosed. Not quite. It's open on the sides, but there's some windscreen on the side. It's an amazing facility. Coach's office is in there, bathroom, showers, concession area, and just an outstanding baseball softball facility here. Harrington Field behind us, that's the baseball field. They've actually put an artificial surface on that field, called a TJC baseball game there last weekend, and I would bet it's not going to be too long before they put that turf out here as well. One of the reasons the Apaches have had to play some of their games at White House, they have the artificial surface. We've got so much rain this spring, Charles, that's the way a lot of schools are going now. What do you think about that, Pete? You like the turf? It's okay. All right. I do as a coach, because you don't have to mess with. Eric was out here, with the rooster this morning, getting this field ready to go, and it's a lot of time to get a natural playing surface ready to go for a game. So I wouldn't mind as a coach at all not having to mess with all that field maintenance.
Coach Eric is a young guy, and he told me that tending to the field is a stress reliever for him.
It certainly can be. I'll just tell you, I don't disagree with that. There was a cathartic feeling when you were out there cutting the grass, and I don't know if I was feeling too much cathartic feelings when I was aerating and fertilizing. And
as you got a little older, maybe it wasn't.
I like cutting the grass, but that's about all. The rest of it I could do without. That's a foul ball straight back, and a good at bat right here by Brecklin Dennis. Yeah, the cutting the grass is kind of nice, and there is something about getting the dirt part ready and making it look. It's almost an art to putting a field in game shape with the chalk and the dirt. So I do like that part of it. This fresh smell of cut grass is kind of cool. Which you don't get with the turf.
Probably about the 6th foul ball. Speaking of the cycle and what a rare feat that is, John, on the way out the other day, I was walking out with Brecklin, congratulating on her hitting for the cycle, and player was walking along. I won't mention the name, but I said, Brecklin hit for the cycle, and she said, what's that?
Oh, no.
So it's rare.
Yeah, it is rare. It's a rare thing. Doesn't happen very much in the big leagues. It doesn't happen very much at every level. I would bet it happens a little more at softball than it does baseball. So we'll see if we can figure out here. She's had an amazing at bat here. She's fouled off 6 or 8 pitches at least. The next 2-2 pitch misses, and finally we have a full count. Well,
you look for Dodd to go, Coach?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, this wouldn't be a bad time to.
She's got good speed.
Birdall's got 14 pitches. I don't know how many she threw to Jasmine, but whatever minus 14 is.
There she goes.
Line shot, foul. Another foul ball, and a great at bat by Brecklin Dennis. Well, I told you we might be out here for about 8 hours, and we're on their way. Two teams that really can put some runs on the board when they're hitting the ball well. So 3 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. Runner first. The pitch, ball 4. Great at bat by Brecklin Dennis. A hit batter and a walk. First walk of the game for Kaylee Birdall.
Now batting with runners at first and second, no outs.
That will bring up
Number 7,
Tangela Smith.
Tangela Smith.
First time for Tangela. Center fielder batting in the 3 position. And this first inning has taken a while. There's still no outs.
A lot of pitches already. Tangela Smith comes in batting .349 for the season. She has, Tangela has 3 homers and 14 RBI.
Bunt attempt that goes foul. And it's strike 1, and that got the catcher. Michaela Roger took one. Not sure exactly. She's shaking her leg, so it may have gotten her thigh. That's the only part that's not protected there.
Those catchers are tough, or they better be.
Yeah, if you're not tough, you're not putting on the tools of ignorance, I'll tell you what.
You get them off and keep them off if you're not.
I caught for about 2 seasons when I was 12 and 13, and I figured out that's not any fun. Get me on the mound, put me at shorts,
put me in the outfield.
Put me in center field, but that catching stuff is for the birds. All that up and down squatting. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Another bunt attempt. She fouled it, and it went off her helmet. So thankfully she's got the face guard, and she can laugh it off. Boy, that can be dangerous when if you don't have those face guards on the helmet. That's probably one of the reasons you got them on there.
The guys don't wear that.
No, they don't. And you've seen from time to time, if you're around baseball long enough, you'll see a guy try to bunt and actually bunt it and it goes into his face.
He winds up with a broken nose.
Yep,
generally.
or worse. No balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Off the plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes. First and second, nobody out. Apache's trying to take an early lead here. Bottom of the first inning. We're at the Brook Hill School, Schwab Field. Been a while since we've been back out here. Kind of a half-hearted swing just to stay alive there. As Birdall threw the off-speed pitch, and Tangela didn't want to take a chance on it being called a strike, so he just fouled it away.
Tangela, sophomore from Killeen, Texas.
2-2 pitch. And foul ball off the end of the bat. It's a good question and good reaction by Michaela Roger. Picked it up and tagged her. And if I was Josh, I'd go out and ask about this, because if that ball stayed fair,
that's what he's
she's
doing.
Out. And I guess I think Mr. Umpire said it hit her in the box after it hit the end of the bat, because it went off the end of the bat, which is actually a legal hit. And if it goes fair, that's a fair ball, but I think it may have gone off her foot.
Even if it drops in the box.
So, yeah. Well, if it's got to be in fair territory. So if it in the way these boxes are on the dirt, it could be fair. Foul ball way out of here, left field. Almost the bus out there. You better watch out for that bus. Somebody catches one, it might break a windshield. Wind is blowing out today. We got a south-southwesterly at 13 miles an hour. Game time temperature 74 degrees. We're headed for 80. Here's the 2-2. Another off speed, and she just gets a piece and fouls it off. So pitch count elevating here for Kaylee Birdall in this first inning.
Roadrunners are 9-1 in their last 10 games. The Apaches 8-2 in their last 10. So both teams have been doing quite well.
Birdall now 23 pitches. We're just 3 batters in. Little looper into left, and that's going to be caught. And hustling back to second is Jasmine Dodd. So a little soft liner off the bat of Tangela Smith. She really didn't take the full swing.
1 out. Number 1, Malia.
What Birdall's doing is she's changing speed. She's coming with the good fastball, and then she'll throw that little soft changeup, and it forces someone like Tangela to, just make contact. When you're down with 2 strikes in the count, you got to stay alive there. She did a good job fouling a bunch of balls off, but here's Malaya Alvera for the first time. First pitch is called a strike.
Malaya has been an RBI machine. She has 33 RBIs, batting .508.
Not a bad start for the first 22 ball games. Line shot foul past Coach Henderson on the left field line. We are 2:15 down the lines here at Schwab Field, 2:20 in center field. Not sure, I guess we don't have the straightaway center. They used to have some windscreen out here, and they took it down. So now you just got the open fence. You do have some green back there, so I guess there's a bit of a batter's eye. Pitch misses low. 1 ball, 2 strikes. We're still scoreless, and the pace of this game has been woefully slow.
This half inning anyway.
I'm telling you, we're looking at an 8-hour doubleheader here. The 1-2. This is low. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
In the doubleheader last weekend against Glenn, Olvera was 5 out of 6 with 6 RBIs, so she had a great doubleheader against Glenn.
Yeah, the Apaches really broke out the lumber against the Blinn Buccaneers. Split a doubleheader the day before with Sanjak. Ground ball fouled on the third base line. So they have won 3 of their last 4. 2 really competitive. The first game they lost by a run to Sanjak, and then that second game they won handily. But offensively, they have certainly had some. Again, 6 players talked in the pregame interview with Coach Henderson about this. They have 6 girls with a season average of over 400, and that's pretty impressive. Team batting average is 390, so they're almost hitting 400 as a club. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Pop up, and that's going to go deep, and that ball is out of here. Opposite field home run for Malaya Alvera. And we talked about the wind blowing out.
That helped that one, didn't it?
It did. It got up and it kept going, and the wind's going to blow the same for both clubs. So if you get that ball up towards the center field area, right center to left center, ball's going to travel today. A 3-run homer gives the Apaches an early lead here, 3-0.
Vera really has pop in her bat, Coach. She
More
didn't look
RBIs.
like she swung very hard, and that ball rocketed off the bat.
Yeah. Solid contact. And with the wind blowing out, if you hit it well and it gets up, it's going to travel some. That'll bring up the first baseman, Bailey Krolchek, for the first time today.
What was that prediction of yours?
I'm telling you. We're going to be out
I
here
tried
for
to talk
about
you
8
out of it.
hours. The wind's blowing out. Both these teams are very capable of putting a lot of runs on the board. So first pitch she swings at, fouls off into foul territory, and just does get into the bullpen, which is just outside the live ball area in the right field corner. Here at Schwab Field, beautiful facility for the Brook Hill High Schoolers to play softball on. Of course, the Apaches call this home as well. So
Krolchek's one of those 400 hitters. She comes in batting .467. Leads the team in doubles with 9, or tied with Olvera, rather, with 9 doubles.
Well, it's 1 ball, 1 strike, and 1 out. We're in the bottom of the first. The Apaches have struck for 3 runs here in they're looking for more here. Good swing right there by Krolchek. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Well, right outside the fence here at Schwab Field is nothing but grassy field, and so someone just went and retrieved that home run. Can't always see that.
Oh, yeah.
Boy, good piece of hit, and she waited on that pitch and put a really good swing on it. Single to center for Krolchek. And this has been the MO of Kaylee Birdall so far.
Now
As,
batting with the runner first
she's
and
been
one
mixing
out.
up the
Number
fastball
8,
with the
Jody
off speed, and the off
DR.
speed is significantly slower. These Apache hitters kind of having to wait, and Krolchek did a great job staying back on that pitch and putting a solid swing on it. Line drive single up the middle. Second hit of the inning for the Apaches. They've scored 3. There's still only 1 out. Here's Jody DeHart, designated player. First pitch misses, ball 1.
Verdal, of course, started this inning by hitting a batter and then walked Brecklin Dennis to get herself into trouble early, and now she's into the meat of the Apache lineup, and they're doing damage.
Pitch was a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Don't we call it?
Ground ball foul, and I believe it's 1-2. 1 out, 1 aboard. We're in the bottom of inning number 1.
DeHart's freshman and a Lindale native.
Well, I hate to say it, but we're about almost 20 minutes into this game, and we're still in the first. The Apaches have had a bunch
of foul balls.
and they're forced. What it's doing is that Kaylee Birdall, I'll refresh this live stats here, but I mean we're at hitter number 6, and she has 38 pitches already. And great job by the Apache hitters. Ball's into left center, could be trouble. It's going to fall in. So that was a little blooper, but it fell right in the right spot, and it's the 3rd hit of the inning for Tyler. And it'll put a second base runner on.
Now
Still
batting
only
with
1
runners
away.
at first and
Here's
second,
Kendall
1 out.
Hernandez.
Number 24, Kendall Hernandez.
Well, last week we saw the Apaches bring 17 batters to the plate in the first inning. And I don't think I've ever seen that many hitters come to the plate in 1 inning before. But first pitch in there for a strike.
Hernandez, freshman from Waco Robinson High School.
Batting 7th today for the Apaches. 0-1 pitch, fouled straight back. Now it's 0-2.
Kendall batting .333 coming into today's ball game.
Well, a good start for this Apache squad, coming in 19-3 on the year. First 22 games. This is the first conference game. Give you the conference schedule today. Pitch misses high. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Well, as we take a break here, let you know, just in the Eastern Zone, the Apaches non-conference record 19-3. Bossier is 19-6. Trinity Valley 17-6. This Angelina squad 14-8-1. Navarro 10-10. Kilgore 8-16. Paris 6-17-1. And Northeast Texas 4-15. That's the Region 14 Eastern Zone. 1-2 pitch. Tapper foul. And everybody starts conference today. So everyone's non-conference record, while it might get them in the rankings, today we start afresh with the conference games. And that's the same for the South Zone. Sanjay, Coastal, Laredo, Blinn, Alvin, Galveston, and Lamar State, Port Arthur. They have not played any conference either. Pop up right side. Going back is
Maybe trouble.
Rodriguez, and coming in to make the catch is Savannah Robertson for out number 2. Boy, those are challenging plays. You got to communicate well. Outfielder has priority on those, so the outfielder speaks. The infielder's got to peel off, And that time Robertson did a good job of staying with it. 2 outs, still 2 aboard. Here's the 8th bat of the inning, Riley Burke. It's in there for a strike.
Burke has played in 11 of the 22 ball games played by the Apaches, and she's hitting a hefty .516.
She's showing bunt, but going to pull back. That's going to miss high. 1-1 on second baseman Riley Burke. Kaylee Burdahl
should be loose by now, Coach.
I mean, she has thrown, she's going to get close to 50 pitches here in this inning, which is a lot of pitches for 1 inning of work. 1-1. Misses high, 2-1. She's had okay command. It hasn't been the command, it's just that she's using that off-speed pitch. So many foul balls here in this first inning. It's forced her pitch count way up there. Two balls and a strike to Riley Burke, the pitch. Swing and a miss, and it's 2-2. Well, Northeast Texas is at Kilgore today. Navarro is at Bossier. Of course, Angelina here. And so that's the Region 14 Eastern schedule. Looks like the South Zone starts their conference play on Friday. 2-2, the pitch. Line shot into right field, base hit. The runner's going to be sent home. No throw to the plate, and it's 4-0 Apaches. RBI single for Riley Burke. Well, she put a good swing on a good pitch, and Krolchek came wheeling around and scored. DeHart ends up at third. Now you got runners on first and third. And the Apaches have batted around here in the first. This is Destiny Dixon now, the 9-hitter. He's got a chance to add to a 4-0 lead. Kaylee Burdahl in the circle. And the pitch. In there for a strike. She has been able to get ahead of a lot of the Apache hitters. They've done a good job of battling, and the bottom part of this lineup has produced 4 hits, 3 singles, and a 3-run homer. Oh, that was as high as we've gone today. It looked like kind of high and tight, but called a strike. And it's quickly 0-2 on Destiny Dixon.
Maybe we're trying to move this game along a little bit.
Maybe so. Mr. Umpire says it's already time to open it up here. And that pitch is going to miss high. Friday's games, Galveston at Coastal, Alvin at Laredo, Blinn at Lamar State Port Arthur. And so those games will be on the slate. Get those teams going in conference play. Off the plate, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Well, this has been a long inning for Kaylee Burdahl.
We can't see the bullpen. I wonder if Dakota Stoughton has had to go down and warm up a bit for the Apaches. But
53 pitches now for Burdahl. Off the plate, and she's 1 pitch away from loading them up for the top of the lineup. And she wants to make this happen. Jasmine Dodd has been a hot hitter for the Apaches, and I'm not sure I'd want to have to face her with the bases loaded here. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The runner at first will be off of the pitch, and here it comes. Line shot foul. Look out. Over top of the Apache dugout on the third base side. Well, it looks like, is that Miss Denny down there in a rocking chair? Denny Yarborough. We got the heavy hitters from TJC. Chuck Smith, Associate Athletic Director. 3-2 pitch. Misses inside, ball 4, and they are loaded.
And we're
so second walk of the inning for Kaylee Burdahl. And here's Jasmine Dodd for the second time in the inning. And we had to start doing this. We're going to have to start working on that second row, messing up my score sheet. We'll see how long this goes here. The Apaches went back almost all the way through 2 times against Blinn last week. So here's Jasmine Dodd, the pitch. Big swing and a miss, and it's 0-1. Dodd got hit by a pitch in her first at bat. fouled off a couple of pitches and then got hit. Eventually scored on the 3-run homer by Malaya Alvaro. We have 2 outs in the inning. The 0-1 pitch. Called a strike. It's 0-2. So again, there's Berdahl pumping the strikes in there. It's kind of amazing that her pitch count is high as it is, but when you're giving up a couple hit batter, 2 walks, 4 hits, a couple of fly balls, it adds up to almost 60 pitches. Here comes the 0-2 delivery, and she hit her again. So 2 times in 1 inning, she gets hit. She gets an RBI this time. So, and the Apaches score their 5th run here in the opening frame. It's 5-0 Tyler.
Loaded, 2 outs. Number 2, Brecklin Dennis.
Here's Brecklin Dennis, and boy, we're going to make a pitching change right away here. We might.
Yep.
Josh Barnes has seen enough for the moment of Kaylee Berdahl. Kaylee Berdahl had been the workhorse. 5 and 4 had thrown 61 2/3, which was easily the most innings for any of the Angelina pitchers. And we'll have a new pitcher, and we'll give you the information on the new pitcher in just a minute. All right, welcome back to Schwab Field as we have a new pitcher. It's Ebby Rodriguez, right-handed freshman from Helotes, Texas. First pitch in there, strike 1. She is from St. Anthony Catholic High School, and she takes over with 2 outs here in the first. It's 5-0 Apaches, and this is the 11th batter of the inning, Brecklin Dennis. The 0-1. Long fly ball. If it stays fair, it's got a chance. And, that actually stayed in the park. So it's a long strike for Brecklin Dennis. Everybody goes back. She had a grand slam last week in a game where she hit for the cycle. So she walked her first time and scored. And it's 0-2.
Helotes, Texas. It's in the far northwest side of San Antonio.
There you go. Next pitch, little blooper into right center. Is it going to fall? And nice diving catch by the center fielder, Annalise Guest. The diving catch saves at least 2 runs and maybe more, so that'll end the inning. Put a star by that play on the F8. That will finally end the inning. But the Apaches get 5 runs on 4 hits, the big blow being a 3-run homer by Malaya Alvaro. And we will head to inning number 2. Your new score from Schwab Field, Tyler 5, Angelina 0. 4, 5, and 6 for the Lady Roadrunners as we head to inning number 2. This is Annalise Guest, the center fielder, for the first time against Dakota Stoughton. She got the Lady Roadrunners in order, strikeout, and 2 fly balls to center in inning number 1. Lady Roadrunners 14-8-1 on the year. First pitch in there, strike 1.
Guest is a freshman from Joshua, Texas.
And this program came within a whisker of winning it all last year. Ground ball to second. Clean, nice play over there by Riley Burke. 1 up and 1 down. 4-3 if you're scoring at the house.
Number 14, Alexa Von Gontard.
Here's Alexa Von Gontard, the first baseman. That's a mouthful for Derek and for me. Von Gontard. I'm going to have to say that about 10 times before it comes off smoothly.
And be careful.
First pitch. Going to miss outside, ball 1. And it is it's a shade day finally in East Texas. We need some shade. We've had a lot of rain in the early spring here. The grass is in amazing shape here. Just misses on the outside part. 2-0.
Angelina went into that national tournament last May in Utah. They were seeded 12th in a field of 16 and wound up
impressive
second in the nation.
Well, all these sophomore girls, they're going to have all that experience behind them, so they will be a factor this year for sure. They had a nice start to their season at 14-8-1. Pitch is going to miss outside. We're 3 balls and 1 strike. Nobody on and 1 away.
An interesting fact, last year the Apaches defeated Angelina 5 of the 6 games they faced them.
Ground ball to short. This is Hernandez. Fires across and there's 2 away.
We've had a substitution. It looks like Aliana Mariquin at shortstop. It is.
Now batting with 2 outs. Number 10, Michaela Roger.
That's an interesting
I don't know. Maybe
move out of the gate there by
Fernandez.
Coach Henderson.
Maybe injured herself or something.
She flew out to right field in her first at bat, so 25. Let's make that adjustment on my sheet here. And are we going to have a hitter already here? No, number 10 is the hitter. That's Michaela Roger is scheduled to hit. Josh Barnes is talking something over with the home plate umpire.
I believe in Mariquin wears that number 25 white jersey and a 23. Normally 23. I think we ran into that last time.
Yeah, last weekend we realized she had a different number than the roster indicated.
She's definitely there at short.
And the pitch off the plate. And it's 1 ball, no strikes to Michaela Roger. 2 outs, nobody aboard. Dakota Stoughton, sophomore from Bennett, Colorado, in the circle for the Apaches. Popped up right side, is going to stay in play. It looks like it might, and nobody can get there. Out there, no man's land. Foul territory. Riley Burke gave chase, as did Malaya Alvaro. Neither one of them could get there. Notice that Bailey kind of gave up on that ball. Not sure she thought she had much of a chance to get there. The wind is going to blow it towards center a little bit, so shouldn't give up on balls that are hit over that way. Just high. We've seen 1 or 2 called up there, but not that time. 2 outs, nobody aboard. It's Michaela Roger in the batter's box for the Lady Roadrunners. That's fouled off over toward the Harrington field, the baseball field back behind us.
Kayla Rogers, a sophomore from Huntsville, Texas. Excuse me.
Well, Angelina's always going to be heavily Houston. There's a ground ball to second. Again, Riley Burke, perfect in this inning. 3 ground ball outs, and that'll do it for the Lady Roadrunners in inning number 2. We head to the bottom of inning number 2. Score remains Tyler 5, Angelina 0. Welcome back to Bullard, Texas. Dr. John Groth with you, with Dr. Charles Johnson. Pete Mendolia, Derek Talcott up here in the press box, keeping us on our P's and Q's. 5-0 Apaches, bottom of the second inning. Beautiful day on a spring break afternoon. 74 degrees at game time, south-southwesterly at 13. That's going to blow out here at the ballpark. So fly balls are going to get a little bit of a push. And Tangela Smith steps in. She lined out to left field her first time up. She'll square around and take ball one. We're in the second inning. Apaches, it could have been worse for the Lady Roadrunners. The last play of that inning was an outstanding play by Annalise Guest in center field. If she didn't catch that ball, it's probably 3 more runs for the Apaches. The 1-0 pitch, there's a bunt, and you throw to first, and safe. Bang, bang play. Could have gone either way. And a bunt single for Tangela Smith. Well, I'm going to use an old trick here. We'll stay in that second inning.
Better be careful.
Yeah, I know it. We'll see. Here's Malaya Alvera for the second time, and she went deep to the opposite way over that 220 sign in right center field. 3-run homer her first time up. Swings through the pitch and the throw to second, and boy, Tangela Smith better slide there. That's pretty close. She's quick, but I'm not sure she's that quick.
I agree.
Maybe getting a little cocky on the bases there.
When you have that great speed, I guess.
Well, she does, but you just got to be careful, right?
Careful. I agree.
Better safe than sorry. Long fly ball left field. If it stays fair, it's way out of here. And it's not way out of here. That didn't go quite as far as I thought. Barely left the yard, but it did leave. So it's an 0-2 count on Olvera. Tangela Smith out at second. Nobody out here in the second inning. 5-0 Apaches. The pitch. Off the plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Line shot to center. That's going to be off the fence. And Smith is going to be waved around, and throw the plate will not be made. And into second goes Alvera with the double. So heads up base running by Malaya Alvera. She hits a ball off the wall, gets an RBI double. Tangela Smith came around to score, and it's 6-0 Apaches.
Number 20, Bailey Krolchek.
Here's Bailey Krolchek now. The Apache offense has picked it right back up where they had left off with the Blinn doubleheader. And Krolchek, a single to center on a really good at bat. She waited on an off-speed pitch and put a great swing on a good pitch. Smoking it up the middle for a single. And she did score as well in that inning. Off the plate. 2 balls, no strikes. Well, Alvera traded places with Tangela Smith hitting the double. She's at second now. Still nobody out.
Krolchek's a freshman from Corpus Christi. Went to Veterans Memorial High School down in Corpus.
Swing and a miss, off-speed pitch by Ebby Rodriguez, the freshman from Helotes, Texas. In the circle for the Lady Roadrunners. Rodriguez's 12th appearance in the circle. Swing and a miss. And that's strike 2, 2-1. For Ebby Rodriguez, she has appeared in 12 games now in the circle. 3-2 with a 2.97 ERA. She has started 1 game, 30 2/3, 18 strikeouts and 5 walks for the freshman. Pop up. This is not going to leave the infield, and it is Rodriguez that will call everyone off for out number 1. So 1 out now, and Alvera still at second. Here's Jody DeHart. Well, I'm not sure what's going on here. I have no idea.
Well, I hate to do this, John, but
Well, Mr. Umpire, they may have called an illegal pitch. I don't know what the discussion would be. It was a routine pop-up that Rodriguez called everyone off and made the catch. I don't think it's on the play. I'm going to guess it may have been on the pitch that was made.
If it's an illegal pitch, does she get her base?
Now, I don't know. They're having this discussion in a circle. Wish they had it mic'd up like the XFL.
There you go.
Let's have that put into the budget for next year.
All right. Well,
Umpires with Mike.
I think the coaches might agree, but I don't think the umpires would. So, I think it was a pitch problem. So now Krolczyk gets another chance. 3-2. Here's the pitch. Line shot left field. That's ball. That is out of here, off the scoreboard. Went off the pole, a 2-run homer. What a turn of events there for the Apaches. Well, the illegal pitch was called. Krolczyk gets a second opportunity, and she takes full advantage and drives one out of here. Second home run of the game for the Apaches. A 2-run shot this time for Krolczyk. And I got to change my score sheet. I had written in pen that she had popped up to the pitcher.
Now batting with no outs. Number 8, Jody Dehart.
Still nobody out.
I'm not too sure Coach Barnes.
Yeah, he's not going to be happy about that.
Not very happy. He wasn't happy with the decision, and he's really unhappy now after.
Well, evidently, she may have come off the rubber before that ball. I think that's what happens when the umpires in softball. You got to maintain contact with the rubber when you're releasing the ball, and she may have gotten ahead of herself a little bit. And pop up right field this time. Robertson's got room, and she makes the catch. She did have to shade her eyes a bit there. And so an F9 is the first out of the inning. And that was Jody DeHart popping up to right. And now this is Mariquin. Yeah, she went out defensively for the Apaches in that second inning. Not sure if Kendall Hernandez got injured or there was another issue there, but she was not in the field for the top half of this inning, and sure enough, Mariquin steps in the box in the 7 position in the lineup.
Hernandez was one injured a few days ago when she slid into second base. I'm wondering.
Well, she may have re-injured herself.
Possibly having some.
1 ball, 1 strike. Still 1 out in the inning after the fly ball. Swing and a miss. And it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. This is Aliana Mariquin. She's got that 23 on the roster, but 25 on this white jersey. I'm going to guess she lost it or someone lost it.
I meant to ask her. I'll try to find out the answer.
She'll never admit that she lost it. But
someone lost it, maybe.
Somebody got sticky fingers or something. That's how that goes. I just tell you, as someone who's had to manage a uniform inventory, it's not easy.
Well, she's got 23 on the back of her batting helmet, so
yeah, it is Eliana. 2-2 pitch, fouls it straight back, and we'll do it again. Ebby Rodriguez has been in since this first inning. Starting pitcher Kaylee Berdahl threw 60 pitches and couldn't quite make it through the first inning. And now it's Ebby Rodriguez. 2-2 count with 1 away. Here's the pitch. Another foul ball. Boy, the Apaches have been pesky hitters today. They have not gone quietly. A lot of foul balls.
Aliana got her first win as an Apache pitcher last weekend, and she also hit her first home run as an Apache.
Starting to find her stride. Next pitch is drilled into center field. Another great catch out in center by Annalise Guest, leaving her feet again. And another web jam. Boy, you'll love to see that. I appreciate the defense for sure.
With 2 outs. Number 5, Riley Burke.
Well, you got 2 nice plays out there by Annalise Guest, and now there's 2 outs in the inning. The Apaches have plated 3 more runs. A single, a double, and a homer in the inning. Here's Riley Burke. She singled in a run her first time up, 1 for 1 with an RBI. Abby Rodriguez, first pitch. Well, I can see where, if you watch Rodriguez's delivery, she does a little bit of a hop right before she delivers. And technically, I'm not sure she's in contact with that rubber when she releases the ball. And that may have been what cost her that second opportunity with Krolchek. She did better that time, but a little bit of a hop as she delivers the ball. And I think technically you're supposed to maintain contact with the rubber through the delivery of the pitch. 2 balls and no strikes. Watch that right foot. Just slides it forward, and I don't know if that's unique to her delivery or I'm sure a lot of the pitchers. There are some of these little nuances that every once in a while the umpire will pick up on, and boy, unfortunately for the Lady Roadrunners, it gave Krolchek a second opportunity, and she took advantage. Called a strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 outs in the inning. We're in the second. It's 8-0 Apaches. A 2-2 count on the 8-hitter, Riley Burke. And it's going to miss, and it will go full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Riley Burke trying to go 2 for 2 here. Destiny Dixon waits on deck. Pitch. Just misses, and it's a walk. Well, that's the first walk for Abby Rodriguez.
With a runner first to 2 outs. Number 13, Destiny Dixon.
And 3 walks overall for Lady Roadrunner pitching. Here's number 9 hitter, Destiny Dixon. She walked her first time up. And my little trick in the second inning is about to bite me here. First pitch is in there, strike 1.
If you're not careful, you'll be asking Pete
what inning we're in.
What inning we're in.
0-1 pitch, fouled straight back, and it's 0-2. Absolutely gorgeous day here in East Texas, around the campus of the Brook Hill School. Schwab Field, friendly confines for the Apache softballers.
I know it's spring here in Texas. There's seeing green, and on the way out to Bullard, there were a few skunks to be seen.
Pop up, and this should end the inning. And there you go. F6, if you're scoring at the house. Destiny Dixon pops up to the shortstop, Caitlin Odom. And I'm still alive in my score sheet. We'll head to the third inning. It's now 8-0 Tyler. Back in a minute on ApacheAthletics.com. 7, 8, and 9 for the Lady Roadrunners. Apaches now have a 8-0 lead, top of the third. This is Savannah Robertson stepping in from the left side. Off the plate, it's 2 balls, no strikes. Andrea Rodriguez on deck for Angelina. And it's Caitlin Odom. Called a strike. 2-1. Nobody on, nobody out. Top of the third inning, 8-0 Tyler. She scored 5 in the first and 3 in the second. Swing and a miss. And it's 2 balls, 2 strikes. So after falling behind 2-0, Dakota Stoughton has come right back to even the count. 1 strikeout in the first 2 innings for Stoughton. Little tapper to second. Riley Burke is going to have another chance, and she'll field it cleanly for out number 1. She's had 3 opportunities here in the first 2 and a third innings as Riley Burke, and all of them have been fielded cleanly. Here's Andrea Rodriguez, the 8-hitter in the lineup. Dakota Stoughton has faced 7 batters, and she has retired 7.
And 3 of those were 4-3 put out.
Ground ball. There's another ball to second. Riley Burke. And she's getting her money's worth today. That's 3 in a row, and 4 of the last 5 batters have hit it to second.
Batting with 2 outs. Number 5, Caitlin Odom.
Caitlin Odom steps in. She's the 9-hitter. And she is the shortstop for the Lady Roadrunners.
That's 5 straight hitters Stoughton has gotten ground out.
In the first inning, she struck out Carter and then got Ancelot Mays to fly out to center. And since then,
all ground balls. Balls sinking.
4 ground outs to second and 1 to short. That's outside. I think we're 2-0, aren't we? Yeah. We're at the 9 spot. Caitlin Odom, the shortstop, with a 2-0 count. Stoughton in the circle and the pitch. Well, if you watch Stoughton, she does something similar with her right foot. It may have been that on that particular pitch that Abby Rodriguez maybe exaggerated her little hop right off that rubber. It's in there for a strike.
Well, that's one of the mysteries we'll find out maybe between games.
Yeah, don't count on it. I'm not going down there to ask him.
I'm going to find out about that jersey. I'm going to find out about that, too.
All right, very good. And Dakota Stoughton has come all the way back here to make it a full count on Caitlin Odom. 2 outs, nobody aboard. Top of the third inning. 8-0 Apaches.
Odom's freshman from Woodville, Texas.
And, boy, she got in on the hands and hit the ball over to the first base coach, Holly Holland. Made the play over there. Here's the next payoff pitch. Little tapper, and guess who? Riley Burke. She handled all 3 of them. That's 4 in a row, and 5 of the last 6 defensive plays made by Riley Burke. 3 up, 3 down, nothing across here in inning number 3. We'll go to the bottom half. It's still 8-0 Tyler. Top of the third in, or bottom of the third inning, excuse me. We're at Schwab Field on the campus of the Brook Hill School. Dr. John Groth with you. Top of the lineup for the Apaches, Jasmine Dodd for the third time. She has gotten hit by a pitch twice. And she does not have an official at bat.
As the Apache leadoff hitter, I don't know what her own base percentage.
Well,
is,
it was 670, or it was 573 coming in.
So it's moving up.
So yeah, been on base both times. That pitch is in there, and it's is it 2-1 or 1-1? Okay. We'll find out here momentarily. The next pitch, right down the middle. And we have 2 strikes. He's not correcting you, so sometimes, yeah, it is 1 and 2. Attaboy, Pete.
Lord, I had to write one time. One time is all
I'll just tell you, keeping the scoreboard is not as easy as you might think it is. Done it a number of times, and it's easy to, in the pace of baseball and softball, it's a distractible environment, and it's easy to kind of take your mind away for a moment, and when you do, everybody's screaming at you. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch laced into center field, and there is Dodd's first hit of the day, and she's been on all 3 times. So we're on base percentage, 1,000 here today. 2 hit by pitches, and now a single to center. Here's Brecklin Dennis.
You know, Dodd's obviously the leadoff hitter, but she also leads the team in home runs. And I've been noticing in the pro ranks, the stereotype leadoff hitter is being replaced by sometimes guys that have some pop on their bat.
Well, it's a rare treat to have someone at the top of your lineup swinging through the pitch. Throw to second. She's out. Good throw there by Michaela Roger. That was right on the button, and Jasmine Dodd is caught stealing. Well, there's 1 away, and that wipes out the base runner. Well, you put a little pressure on them, and they respond well. Perfect throw by Roger, and it's quickly 0-2 on Brecklin Dennis. Dennis, in her 2 at-bats, walked and scored in the first, flew out to center field on a great play by Annalise Guest in center field. And she's the one that had probably the pesky at-bat, probably 15 pitch at-bat her first time up. Lays off, and I'm not sure that you can check that with the umpire at first base, and not sure that he can see much at all in terms of barrel movement there. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Ground ball right side and caught by the second baseman. She'll throw to first, not in time. Brecklin Dennis too quick. Rodriguez caught the ball, flipped it over to Von Gontard, and Brecklin was just too quick. It's an infield single. So now that caught stealing, even more important, is it would have been 2 runners on. But here is Tangela Smith. Tangela 1 for 2 in the ball game. Laid down a bunt single last time up, lined out to left field back in the first inning. Here's the first pitch. She's going to show bunt again and bunt it foul. Well, basically what she's challenging Kaylee Ancelot over there to creep in. Come in and take that bunt away, and she has stepped a couple of steps forward, but she's not playing as in as far as we have seen other defenders in a bunt situation. There's the bunt again, and Ancelot picks it up, throws, and the ball's dropped. Well, it was a close play. I'm going to go ahead and give it a hit.
I think she beat it out.
I think she would have had it beat out anyway, so. Ancelot knew that was coming and still couldn't throw out the quick Tangela Smith. So 2 bunt hits in the game for Smith, 2 on, 1 out. Malaya Alvera, all she's done is hit a 3-run homer in the first inning and an RBI double in the second. So she's halfway to the cycle. First pitch. And that's high, ball 1. Misses inside, 2-0. Alvera, 508 on the year, 9 doubles, now 5 home runs. Actually, she's got 10 doubles now. Coming into the game, these are numbers. 33 RBIs coming into this ball game, and she's got 4 more. It's in there for a strike, 2-1. So 37 RBIs.
Quite
Malaya Alvera.
That's quite a total for this.
23 games. We're not even through the 23rd game yet. She's got a couple more people on base right here. 2-1 pitch. Misses high, 3-1. And she'll be sitting on something right here.
Absolutely. Leah's a sophomore from Deer Park and certainly one of the leaders on this ball club.
Well, she's batting cleanup. And she has been very productive today. Scored twice and driven in 4. 3-1. Just missed high, ball 4. The bases are loaded. And it's walk number 2 for Ebby Rodriguez. Four walks, and that's going to be all for her. Looks like Coach Barnes is going to make a pitching change here. We'll let you know who the new pitcher is when we return. It's 8-0 Apaches. The bases are loaded for Bailey Krolchek. Welcome back to Schwab Field. The new pitcher is Hannah Scoggin, right-hand sophomore from Diboll. And she is one of 4 pitchers that Coach Barn has used this season. And Hannah Scoggin, this will be appearance number 8 of the year. 3-1 with a 6.56 ERA. She's started 5 ball games, 2 complete games. She does have a shutout. First pitch to Krolchek in there, strike 1. Scoggin on the season is 21 in the 3rd innings, 19 strikeouts, 17 walks. Opposing batters hitting .343 off the sophomore from Diboll, Texas. Boy, she pounded the inside corner twice against Krolchek. Quickly 0-2.
Don't blame her at all. Krolchek has 2 hits, including that home run in her last at bat.
Single to center and a home run to left. The pitch off the plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes. So Scoggin takes over here for Ebby Rodriguez with 1 out in the 3rd inning. The pitch. Drilled to right field, but right at the right fielder Robertson. A run will score. No, a run won't score.
Wow.
Well, I'm not sure what happened there.
Well, Brecklin Dennis broke for home instead of going back to.
That's a base running mistake by Dennis.
Yep.
A line drive off the bat of Krolchek should have scored at least 1 run.
Number 8,
And
Dehart.
not a good excuse there for her not to score on that. That was an easy RBI sac fly. So as it goes, it'll go just an L9. There's now 2 outs. First pitch just missed, ball 1. Jody DeHart. DeHart flew out to right field and singled to center, 1 for 2 today. The 1-0 pitch. Ground ball, third base. You drop it, you pick it up to throw it to first, and you stay with it for the final out of the inning. 5-3 if you're scoring at the house. Nice job by Ancelot. Kaylee Ancelot stayed with that ball. She initially dropped it, but picked it up quickly and got DeHart for the 5-3. The Apaches get one more run on, let's see, 1, 2, 3 hits. They leave them loaded, and we'll head to the 4th inning. Your new score from Schwab Field is Tyler 9, Angelina 0. First pitch in there, strike one, top of the lineup. This is Jada Carter for the second time. And it's 8-0. Ground ball to third. Boy, Brecklin Dennis, diving stab, throws to first. Got her. Nice play over there. Flash in the leather, Brecklin Dennis. Ball was hit hard off the bat of Jada Carter, but Brecklin Dennis went to her backhand side, caught it, got to her feet, made a strong throw. 1 up, 1 down here in the 4th. So the Apaches did not score. The sac fly, all of us in the press box put it in our mind that it should have been a run, but evidently Brecklin Dennis had broke to the plate off the crack of the bat and did not score on that sac fly. So your score is actually 8-0 Apaches. And this is Kaylee Ancelot, the third baseman. Flew out to center field her first time up. Swing and a miss.
Ancelot was a big hitter for Angelina last year, particularly at the World Series. She made the all-tournament team.
Now, she's one of those sophomores that will give them some stability this year.
Yeah, they don't have very many sophomores, only 5, I believe.
Well, it's awful nice to have at least a couple that have been there and done that, right?
Exactly.
And not just been there and done that, but done it at a very high level. There's the windup and the pitch. It's just going to miss. I think we're 1. Are we 2-2? 1-2? Correct.
Right.
And I think are we full now? Three and one. Okay, 3 balls and a strike now with 1 away. Kaylee Ancelot. That's going to miss, and there goes the perfect game.
First base runner for the Lady Roadrunners.
That's the first base runner.
Number 25, Sarah
And
Mays.
here is Sarah Mays now. She flew out to center field her first time up. 0 for 1. First pitch off the plate, ball 1. Well, there have been some long innings for sure, and Dakota has so far retired the Angelina Lady Runners, Road Runners in order. And that pitch is called a strike.
Mays is also a sophomore, was a member of that very successful Roadrunner team last year.
She's their leading hitter, 447, 7 doubles, 10 home runs. In there for a strike, and it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. One-two pitch. Yeah, it's way high. 2 balls, 2 strikes. One out, one aboard. Angelina has just gotten their first runner on the bases. The pitch. Little tapper to the mound. You drop it. Dennis picks it up, throws over to first. Not exactly how you draw it up there because it could have been a double play ball. But nice play by Breckland to recover. So that'll go 1 to 5 to 3. So Ancelot moves to second. First time that Angelina's had a runner that far. Here's Annalise Gessen. Boy, what a great job she's done in center field.
Absolutely.
She's had 2 great plays out there, and she'll step in. Grounded out to second base her first time up. She'll show bunt, pull back, called a strike. 0-1. Well, Dakota Stoughton had 34 pitches coming into this inning, and that's very efficient work for the first 3. And in on the hands. And it's quickly 0-2 on Annalise Guest.
Stoughton is most effective. She's in and out constantly, rarely right over the plate.
Here's the 0-2. And that misses high and away. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Kaylee Ancelot out at second for the Lady Roadrunners. Apaches lead at 8-0. And the changeup well short of the plate. And deuces are wild on the board.
I noticed Dakota's got the towel hanging out there.
Yeah, I don't know why they let that. There's a ground ball right at the first baseman, and Krolchek knocks it down, steps on first, and that's the end of the inning here. Inning number 4 in the books for Angelina, and they do get their first base runner on a 1-out walk to Kaylee Ancelot. She is stranded at second base. We'll head to the bottom half of inning number 4. The score remains Tyler 8 and Angelina 0. Welcome back to Schwab Field. We're on the campus of the Brook Hill School. Dr. John Groth, Dr. Charles Johnson on the call. Bottom of the 4th inning. It's 8-0 Apaches. First pitch is going to miss for ball 1. The Apaches 8 runs on 10 hits. No errors. Angelina, no runs, no hits, no errors. In there for a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike to Aliana Mariquin. We still aren't 100% sure on what happened to Kendall Hernandez. Speculating that she may have re-injured the leg that was injured. 1-1 pitch off the plate, 1-2. But Aliana was out at shortstop for inning number 2 and has been in there ever since. Hernandez did get a bat in that first inning. She flew out to right field.
As I recall, Hernandez slid into second base the other day and jammed her head into the, I think it was a shortstop cover.
Ground ball up the middle, and that's a base hit. Leadoff single for Mariquin, and the Apaches looking for more here. It's 8-0. We're in the bottom of the fourth, and Riley Burke steps in.
Number 5, Riley Burke.
Burke, an RBI single in the first. She walked in the second inning.
It's 10 Apache hits so far, Coach. Make it 11 maybe now.
Yeah, that was number 11.
11.
She shows bunt, pulls back, ball 1. Apaches 8-11-0. Angelina 0-0-0. 1 base runner in the first 4 innings. Dakota Stoughton locked in well today. Little tap or tough play here, and you flip it, and you do get the runner. So nicely done there by Von Gontard to flip it to Rodriguez for the out. I'll go 3-4.
With runner scoring position, 1 out. Number 13.
Effectively works
Destiny
as a bunt
Dixon.
right there, but was just kind of a swinging bunt by Riley Burke. 1 away.
Would you give a sacrifice on
No,
that?
that is not a
can't-
sacrifice.
Can't give it, okay.
Yeah, as much as Riley Burke might want that.
That's right. I was going to speak in behalf of Riley,
Statistically, that's not,
to check
that
it.
wouldn't be too kosher.
Just checking.
First pitch is high, ball 1. Destiny Dixon has walked and popped up to short. 0 for 1. And that pitch is in there. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Coach Eric Henderson handling the coaching duties down at third, and Courtney Campbell, the assistant, is coaching first.
Swing and a miss. It's 1-2 on Destiny Dixon. Anna Scoggin, the right-handed sophomore out of Dieball, in the circle for the Lady Roadrunners. The 1-2. Ground ball to third, backhanded by Ancelot. She throws to first. Nicely done. Throw to third. You're trying for a double play. Really close. Bang, bang at third, and home plate umpire hustled down there and said, nope, she's got there just before the tag. So a nice play at third by Kaylee Ancelot. Ball was well hit. She made a strong throw to first base, and then a good throw by Von Gontard. So 5-3 if you're scoring at the house. Mariquin goes over to third base with 2 away, top of the lineup, Jasmine Dodd. 4th time for Jasmine in 4 innings. First pitch in there, strike 1.
Between Ancelot and Brecklin Dennis, we've got 2 of the very best third basemen in the country playing out here today.
Well, it's good to see flashing the leather right there. Check swing. Ooh, I didn't think she went, but Mr. Umpire behind the shortstop there says yes, she did. So it's 0-2. Everybody wants to keep this thing rolling. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Strike 3 called, and it's a 3-pitch strikeout.
It's a nice frame.
Jasmine
there,
Dodd is a strikeout victim, and that'll be the first strikeout for Angelina pitching today. So that'll end the inning, and the Apaches strand a runner at third base. We go to the 5th. It's still 8-0 Tyler. Back in just a minute. Alexa Von Gontard will lead it off. 5, 6, and 7 for the Lady Roadrunners. And they need to score a run to keep this game alive. Phone's ringing. Is that the hotline from the White House, Pete? President Trump talking about the coronavirus? Well, we've had a pitch. I'm not sure it's a strike or a ball. Little tapper to third, and nice play by Brecklin. She'll fire it over there for out number 1.
We've seen some nice defensive plays out
I mean,
here
we
this
have
afternoon.
seen really good defense today by both clubs. The Apaches have made a lot of good plays in the infield, but I tell you what, Annalise Guest has made some great plays. And of course, Anslot made the nice play last half inning at third base for the Lady Roadrunners. 1 out. First pitch misses, ball 1. This is Michaela Roger. She's the catcher. She grounded out to second base, and Dakota Stoughton has faced 1 over the minimum here. The only blip on the map is a walk with 1 out in the 4th inning, and that is it. Other than that, it's donuts on the board. 2 balls, no strikes to Michaela Roger. And maybe for the first time today, she's fallen behind. Well, no, she did one other time. She came back to actually get, I can't remember who it was, but she came back and forced a full count and then got the hitter. 3-0 pitch. Called a strike. 3-1. Well, the last thing you need here from Dakota is walks. Just force the issue here, force contact. Pop up, right side, out of play. And there you go, it's 3-2. So nice job by Dakota after falling behind 3-0 to force the issue here with a full count. We're at the 6th spot in the Lady Roadrunner lineup. This is Michaela Roger. Stoughton from the windup, the 3-2. Strike 3 called.
Good pitch.
Well, right at the top of the zone. It's only her 2nd strikeout in the ball game. And now you're down to your last out. And right fielder Savannah Robertson steps in, grounded out to second base her first time up. She was part of that 4 in a row and 5 out of 6 streak that went to Riley Burke at second base. First pitch misses, it's 1-0.
I'm for giving Riley another shot at it.
And the 1-0 pitch in there for a strike, 1-1.
Took a little off that pitch.
Dakota Stoughton has been locked in here. Ten ground ball outs in this game. And that's fouled off. Now you're down to your last strike. She has struck out 2 and got 10 ground balls. And she is 1 strike away from the Apaches' first conference win of the year. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Tyler 8-11-0. Angelina 0-0-0. The 2-2. Swing and a miss, and there it is. It's a no-hitter for Dakota Stoughton. She did it. She only had 1 base runner. The only blip was a walk in the 4th inning. She struck out the last 2 batters, and a no-hitter for Dakota Stoughton. And so 8 runs on 11 hits for the Apaches, no errors, really good defense, and we are into conference play now for both these 2 clubs. And let's go back and kind of relive the first inning. The Apaches, 5 runs in that first inning, highlighted by a 3-run home run off the bat of Malaya Alvera, and they were off and running. It was a 3-run second inning, and that particular inning highlighted by a 2-run homer by Bailey Krolchek, and after 2, it was 8-0, and that would be all the scoring. The Apaches 8 runs on 11 hits, And Angelina, no runs, no hits, no errors. The only base runner all game was Kaylee Ancelot. She walked in the 4th inning. Otherwise, it was a perfect game by Dakota Stoughton. And Dakota, on the day, we're going to get them some final numbers for her. She pitches a no-hit shutout in 5 innings of work. They absolutely get the run rule here. And for Dakota, she throws 64 pitches, strikes out 3, and walks 1. That one walk was the only blip on the map. Otherwise, she'd have thrown a perfect game. So she'll be your winning pitcher, and her record on the year will go to 6-2. So she'll get credit for the win. The losing pitcher will be Kaylee Berdahl. Her record will go to 5-5 on the year. The loss will drop Angelina to 14-9-1, and the win will take the Apaches to the 20-win mark. They'll go 20-3 and 1-0 in conference play. Of course, the Angelina Roadrunners now will drop to 0-1 in Region 14 East play. So that'll wrap things up from for Game 1. We'll break this stream off and come back here in about 20 minutes and crank it up. It's now 2:30 Central Time, so somewhere between 2:45 and 2:50, we'll start streaming game number 2. But game 1 is an 8-0 win. Any final thoughts, Charles?
Well, congratulations to Dakota Stoughton. And what I think I liked most about her performance was that even though she was staked to an early lead, she kept the foot on the pedal, so to speak.
She did.
And did not back off at all. And went
well,
after.
Good defense really by both clubs, but she got, as we noted, I think she struck out 3 and got 10 ground ball outs. Only 2 fly balls were in the first inning. And so a great outing for Dakota Stoughton in the circle. And, of course, the bats came alive early and often in this one, 5 in the first, 3 in the second. And your final score, 8-0 Apache. So that'll wrap things up from Schwab Field as the Apaches get their first conference win of the year. So for the whole athletic department at Tyler Junior College, Mr. Kevin Vest, athletic director, he's on site today. Captain Chuck Smith also out here at the ballpark. Miss Kelsey Weeks, our best to her. Of course, on the scoreboard, Pete Mendolia, Derek Talcott doing a great job with the PA. And, of course, Dr. Charles Johnson, my sidekick. This is Dr. John Grove signing off until about 2:45. We'll be back on the air with Game 2. The Apaches win the opener by a score of 8-0. So long, everybody.